Hey YouTube, welcome back to The Edge. Guess what we're going to talk about today? That's right, using flash in street photography. This is not my setup. Flash in street photography, one of the most famous people I'd say around is Bruce Gilden. Love or hate the way he does it. I think it just adds something different. We're all different and it's great to have different techniques. But I can also see why people are a little bit intimidated by flash. Question one. Why use flash? So flash adds something different from the normal ambient light. It adds drama, contrast, brings out things from the background, separation, can enhance colors. It just has a certain different look. The most obvious use of flash is in the dark, as there is no light. Other uses are filling in shadows, overpowering the sun, and as mentioned, just giving a completely different look. A few different ways of setting up your flash: manual, TTL. TTL is through the lens. Your camera will give a little pre-exposure before it actually takes the shot, kind of like an automatic setting. Obviously, manual is a little bit more to it. Not only do you have to think of aperture, shutter speed, ISO, you now have to factor in flash distance and subject the camera. Most cameras will have a shutter speed sync, which is on your camera around 200th to 250th. This will then govern your aperture and ISO. A workaround with flashes is a hypersync, which you can then shoot wide open, but you usually have to change the settings in your camera. You have different options with your flash. If you got a built-in on-camera flash, or if you put one on top of your flash, which usually has a bit more power, you can have a direct flash, which has a certain look to it. It's then a dead-on straight flash, so you can have a certain look. If you're going to be bold, maybe take it off camera. You'll have a transmitter on your camera and take it off, so you can come in from the side. Like I said earlier, it's definitely a look Bruce Gilden is famous for. Walking up to strangers in the street, sticking a flash in their face, isn't for everyone. Probably not for me either, but I see a place for it. I think it depends on your personality and style. I'm guessing a lot of people might be scared of the reactions, which, yeah, I get totally. One technique that's becoming popular in street photography I've noticed, which has been around in weddings for quite some time, is dragging the shutter. So a slow shutter speed, dragging your camera to bring in the light, the ambient light into your camera, and then the flash freezing your subject. It's a cool look, it's different. Obviously, you need some cool ambient light like street lights or shop window lights that just add drama to your image. One thing that confused me when I first started learning flash was, in my mind, the way my brain thinks, surely you need more light in the dark to light things up. But actually, it's the complete opposite. So the darker it is, the less flash power you'll need, if that makes sense. And on a bright sunny day, the more powerful flash you'll need to overpower the sun. All that was totally what? But now totally makes sense. As I'm also a wedding photographer, flash plays an important role in the way I shoot, especially winter weddings, especially on the dance floor, speeches. I use different settings. There's always horses for courses. I sometimes have 4 flashes on stands around the room. Sometimes I have an on-camera flash, sometimes on-camera bounce flash. There's so many different ways you can use flash. This setup here, which I was joking about earlier, this is called the Godox Lux Master, which is a flash in itself. This here is the IT30, which is Godox again, which is also a flash. This little cool flash here has a built-in transceiver, so you can fire this flash with this. Also, you could take this Lux Master then, hold it anywhere you like, or use it on the built-in bracket. But this would get heavy for me. This here would be more feasible for holding an off-camera flash to one side. The old Bruce Gilden. This is another Godox, the TT350. This is for a Nikon camera, but I can shoot it with my Fuji with the trans receiver that I just showed you. Nice and small, portable, easy. This won't get too heavy. Let's go back to the IT30. Small, portable, super light. Great little on-camera flash. Easy mode, let's say TTL, direct, don't have to think too much. It has a cool little setting here. We can switch from wide to near. So if you've got multiple subjects in the frame, you switch to wide and it'll cover the frame. Then if you use near, if you've got one subject, just to isolate. There it is, very small. Probably a good way to start. A few other options. This is what I use for weddings. It's little Godox, it's the V860iii, if that means anything to you. Basically more powerful, recycles quicker, fast action weddings where lots are going on and I'm there for a few hours. Then you have the AD200. Godox again, super fast, super powerful. I sometimes have 3 or 4 of these on poles around the dance floor. They go all night. Here's a little video of me using the Lux Master from Godox with 4 AD200s on the dance floor. I set up the flashes in the perimeter, and then I can walk around anywhere with the Lux Master. Obviously this isn't street, but they both cross over. Whether you love it or hate it, it's always an experience, and adding new tricks to your armory is always beneficial because these skills will cross over to natural light also. So yeah, give it a go. I'm going to show you different images that I've taken on the street and wedding photography so you can get a grasp of the different looks you can have using flash photography. A few little tips to finish. Your shutter speed controls your ambient light. The lower it is, the more ambient light you let in. Your ISO and your aperture will control the power of the overall scene. And then your flash power will affect how you expose the subject. At the end of the day, flash isn't for everyone. It's just another string to the bow. Just do your thing. That's what makes street photography so good. If you enjoyed that video, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. We'll get back to you. We'll answer any questions. Join us at the edge, and thank you once again for listening.